Welcome back, gamers. Sorry for the hiatus. Real life is a bitch. But we are back. Gonna be doing this every 2 weeks. Do apologize to our listeners that was looking for this, but real life happens. But anyways, so over the last, I think it's been 18 months, been a few changes. For me, the games I'm playing now is Apex and Marvel Strike Force. And then, I'll dibble dabble here with like a Nintendo Switch games or something like that. But for the most part, I've been streaming as Apex. We also switched from Twitch back over to Facebook. It just seems it was hard for us small time streamers like ourselves to get anything going on Twitch. And now with the most recent changes with the revenue sharing and their ad stuff like that, it looks like it was probably a good call. So Kenny, what have you been up to the last 18 months?
Well, obviously, new house. You have a new house.
I do.
We both moved. You moved across the damn country. I moved 3 miles. So yeah, much better setup now. It's I'm enjoying it.
Speaking of setup, I feel like we're on a cheap version of it in between two ferns going on right now.
Oh yeah. Yep. They're I mean, they're fake. They're fake, but
do you think those ferns and two ferns are real? You think they're fake?
They have to be. I think that they have to be fake.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of times like I've seen guests kind of destroy them. I mean, that's a lot. That's a big fern budget. If you're gonna have two ferns every single time.
Yeah, but then between two ferns, who takes care of them? You know what I mean?
Like,
so they have to be fake.
Yeah, because I'm assuming they like rent a studio space. They don't like keep that, So yeah, they have to be. It has to be props. It has to be fake, right?
Yeah. And evidently on that they filmed them in different spots all the time because it's literally just a black backdrop and chairs and two ferns.
It has to be fake.
Yeah.
100% fake, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Christmas trees. I mean, who buys real Christmas trees anymore? They're all fake.
People that wish their house burns down.
And then you gotta like drag it out, and you got like needles or whatever, thistles, whatever they're called everywhere. It's just like, yeah. The Christmas tree market's really gone downhill. It's all fake now. Like you box it up. Some of them even come with Christmas lights on them. You don't have to buy lights now. It's all like designed together.
Yep.
What a time to be alive.
Yep. So that's what we've been up to. Thinking about fake plants the whole time.
Yep. We're just been, coming up with good fake plant analogies. It's hard writing. It's hard writing these pure, A-list jokes here. But yeah, so he's still playing Call of Duty.
I'm dabbling in Apex right now.
Yes, we're having some fun.
I'm not great at it. I am getting better every time I play though. So I do feel like that is changing. The aspect of retreating is new to me. It's like
positioning,
balls to the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So like, I quit Call of Duty a long time ago. I picked Apex up at the end of season 11 after not playing FPS for a while because I was just sick to the hackers in Call of Duty, and I've gradually got better. So you're brand new to this. You've been playing Call of Duty. You literally started Apex like last week. What are like some of the biggest differences you're noticing in your gameplay and the gameplay itself as to Call of Duty? You were talking about the retreating. Like, what else are some things that's like an adjustment to figure out for you?
Yeah. So the health aspect where you have shield and you have health that you have to account for. That's way different. And I'm on controller. I do not ever plan on going to mouse and keyboard. So figuring out those specific things is way different to me. And so the retreating is the biggest part, like picking the battles that we want to take. Not everybody's there for high kill games, it seems, which is completely different than Call of Duty. So it is more about the circle progression and getting that end game for the dub. So that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, so like mine, like those are as well, like learning because basically they said if you can't clean up your fight in like 20 seconds, get the hell out of there because a third party's coming. Last split they had King's Canyon, which was a smaller map, and if you literally couldn't team wipe them within 10-15 seconds, you needed to leave because you the third party or a fourth party's coming. It was insane, like the amount of like boom, 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 nonstop. I mean, it was fun because a lot of action, but literally you had no time to breathe, especially in ranked before all the new changes this season, which is a whole other aspect of it. But then the abilities too. It took me a while to get used to using my Q and my ultimate. It's because Call of Duty doesn't have that, and when to use them and not use them, and like strategically stuff like that. That took a long time to figure out because I always forget, like, oh, I have these abilities. I've played Overwatch, I played these other games that have this stuff as well, but for
But
whatever
they're
reason, Apex, like, in my other thing that like people post on my videos is put away your guns because if you put away your guns, you run faster. And I'm so used to just carrying a gun. So I mean, those are a couple of the things that I'm struggled with. I'm slowly getting better, figuring out what guns work for me and my play style, stuff like that. But I mean, it's been great. I mean, as far as the game itself, I think Apex is a little more strategic than Call of Duty. You do have people who rat and camp like Call of Duty does. But I haven't really came across that many cheaters. I think maybe I came across one and I made a video about it. Most people said he was on a Smurf account, which for people who don't know is basically these pros make like a new account. They just go wreck like the low lobbies. Like I got to gold last season. I'm in silver right now. I'm not great at the game, but I enjoy it. It's fun. It's frustrating as well. But yeah, it's just there's a different play style to it. And like you watch people like Nick Mertz, who said, you know, he gets better at it. Now they call him Rat Mercs because he literally gets into a good position to get his team to the win. So he'll hide and rat at the end and make good plays. So
uh,
that's a big thing that I noticed is the gameplay itself, picking fights, retreating because a lot of people don't like to like if you like, oh, this is a bad fight, we got to get out of here. I don't think I ever did that in Call of Duty. It was like we got to take these guys out.
yeah.
There was no
Well,
retreating.
you could heal a lot quicker in Call of Duty. You can and
Yeah.
retreating you, especially on the Call of Duty maps, depending on what it was, like you just left your ass wide open running away. And so if you didn't know how to slide cancel and you didn't have those bunny hop skills, you were gonna die. You were gonna get killed. They were gonna chase you back down, or you just left and you're gonna get third partied. That's just how it is in Call of Duty. But
I think the other thing, it was harder to get away because you could literally get beamed and die instantly. You didn't have time. If you
yeah,
got caught with like your pants down, you're dead.
yeah, TTK is a lot lower on Call of Duty than Apex, and that's the other thing is like because half the time I get beamed, I move back a little bit, I heal up while you're engaging, and then we just switch off. I mean that
Yep,
seems to the way it has been.
absolutely. Yep, it's so much better that way. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really excited for some of the changes that they're making because the ranked has been kind of under scrutiny because you basically nothing counts until you reach top 10, and then especially like in platinum, masters, and pred. I mean, you got to get top 4, top 3 to get any positive points, which just blows my mind. Like I watch his Watson a lot. He's the number 1 rated predator right now, and he had I don't know like a 5 kill game, and he was still negative points until he got 3 teams left, and he was +3. Like what?
Dang.
It was insane.
Yeah. So I think once I start getting into ranked, it'll be interesting. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if I want to start out in this season just because it is a little bit later, or if I want to wait until everything resets. So
Yeah, the splits I think because they split it into 2 seasons, like 1 season split it into 2, so it's coming in I think like 10 days.
oh really?
But so
Okay.
yes, so there'll be a new map and then that's when the changes are going to come into play as well. That they realize they're tweaking some stuff. So you're gonna, since you're brand new, they introduce this rookie. So you're not gonna lose any points or any RP until you hit bronze. And then you can't drop out of bronze. But so basically it used to be bronze was free, like it was 0 RP to get in, get your kills, placement, whatever, and you get up to silver. And then once you get to silver, you can't drop down into bronze. Now you can drop. So starting in bronze, it's 18 just to get in, and then you have to work all your way up to silver. And then if you drop from silver 4 to bronze 1, you literally get halfway. They take you halfway down instead of like just barely down. So I do like that you can actually fall down now. But that is what it is at this point. And then yeah, I mean I play other random games here and there. Still playing a lot of Marvel Strike Force, and I'm trying to put together like Switch games here and there. We did play like a bunch of Mario Kart, Mario Party, just some random like have to think games, which has been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yep. Just Call of Duty for me. I think with the new Call of Duty when it comes out is going to be really interesting. They are going to have like a Tarkov type game also that I'm super pumped about. Because that's going to be a lot slower and methodical, and so I'm interested to see how that goes. And I want to try to stay in the Call of Duty realm, just because most of my followers right now that's what I play with, and so I don't want to alienate that right now. So especially when I'm growing little by little. Gained over 100 followers this month so far. So
nice.
So we're moving.
So what maps?
Along.
So Modern Warfare 2 is coming back, and then we played the original Modern Warfare 2. And that's probably the first Call of Duty. That's the game that I fell in love with Call of Duty. And obviously, we played the hell out of Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, Team Defender nonstop, which is my all-time favorite multiplayer mode that they don't ever bring back anymore. Which map would you like to see? Like for me, I'd love to see Terminal.
Yeah, they are bringing Terminal back. That's almost confirmed. I mean it's
right. I think the other big one was everyone liked Rust.
Yeah, Rust was good.
There's
man,
do you still play multiplayer at all or no?
Not really. I have, other than when guns, I need to upgrade guns or unlock new ones. But generally I just do that in Modern Warfare rather than playing Cold War or Vanguard, because both of those games suck. So
shoot the ship.
Yep. Shoot the ship. That's the quickest way to do anything. So
right. Why don't you go for Damascus, man?
No.
No.
You
don't want that fancy skin?
No, none of that. None of that the camo grind is, it takes a special type of person and a lot of fucking time to do. And I'm just not that guy.
You know what I wish they'd bring into Warzone? Paint cans. Do you remember in Blackout? Like
yeah.
you didn't have to grind multiplayer. We literally, once they introduced that, most of our game was dropping at construction or whatever that place was called and just paint cannon.
Paint can
to get our camos. I mean,
yeah,
that was something I'd like to see, because most people, let's be honest, they you're either a multiplayer or you're a battle royale.
Yeah,
and you play here and there on the others, but you should be able to get like Damascus or those type of skins just playing Warzone. Like there should be something in that allows you to get these skins other than like you need to get 3 headshots. Okay, long that would take in Warzone.
Yeah, so they are going to introduce camo progression within Warzone, just like they do. Right. So that will be with this also. So I'm pretty pumped about that.
That's good. There's a lot of hype. Hopefully, I mean, I know everyone hated Caldera, and then everyone's now like looks like they play Rebirth Island, which is Alcatraz. Let's stop that right there. It's literally copied and pasted from Blackout. It irritates me. Like, oh, this game mode's like it. No, it's not. We played this forever ago. It's the same one. It is Rebirth Island. It's the exact same thing.
Yep, it is.
And then these idiots like, oh, this is a real place. Yeah, Alcatraz Island. Don't get me started on these people, but anyway. So I am excited for that. We got. Then I just watched something today that Doctor Disrespect. He's saying that the Midnight Society is a PvP VE game, so it sounds like it might be kind of like a Tarkov game. So you're gonna have the PvP, but there's also a PvE aspect of it.
Yeah, and that's the. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. And he mentioned that with the screenshots and stuff that was coming out for Call of Duty, he's like that's cute. You should see ours, and basically saying that his is way better, and that which I don't know what it's built on. I don't know if it's going to be built on Unreal Engine 5 or not, which I would assume so. I don't know if you've seen any videos on Unreal Engine, but it is damn near realistic. I think that's what the metaverse is going to be built on moving forward. So it's going to be.
Do you think he's going to rage about how shitty the game is like he does all the other ones, even though it's his game, if he has a bad experience?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You just don't think in the heat of the moment, like when he gets so pissed off that he's not even going to just gonna blurt out this game's trash.
I think what he'll do is he will flip open his phone, call somebody right there, be like, watch my fucking stream right this second. I want this fixed tomorrow. That's what he's going to do.
Tomorrow, I think it's gonna be like, I want this fixed now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's an owner, so he should have some sort of expectations of
right. That's
project
true. That's
management.
True. Yeah, I mean, very true. I didn't know he helped design a lot of the Call of Duty maps back in the day.
Yes. What did he do? He did Ghost. He did the Ghost maps, and he did Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I believe he did some of the Black Ops 2s.
Yep. Yeah.
Hopefully, it's good. I mean, 'cause the past couple of games have been super hyped. Like Cyberpunk was trash, just absolute garbage.
Yeah.
Which is, I blame the fans. I mean, they literally pushed it back, said it's not ready, and then all their fans give it to us now, and then they okay, and then I don't think people play it anymore.
No, so I think what the problem was, it was a mixture of, yes, the fans, but also the fact that they were releasing gameplay. They were showing gameplay that was basically it was a mixture of gameplay but also renderings. So it was not fully what people were expecting. We're like you release this stuff, it looks like it's working perfectly fine, when it wasn't. They had basically supercomputers running all this shit. And
right.
And
that's what I always hate about when they do these PlayStation does their here's our games, and Microsoft here's our it's not real gameplay. These are top of the line, best of the best computers with flawless graphics. The average person doesn't have that. That's not how it's going to look, on these systems. But even the PlayStation 5 and Xboxes, they don't look anything like that when you watch that gameplay on that. I don't know where they're getting these demos from, but it wasn't from the system.
Yeah, so you have to look for the small words right before things start. Gameplay is renderings, or gameplay is
right.
actually captured from an Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 or something like that. So you actually have to look for that to get an understanding of the way things are going to look. But it's I think in the next 5 years, it's going to be really interesting, especially on the graphics wise, and with VR coming out more. So
I'm just ready to go to the Oasis.
Yep, it's coming. I think it's going to come a lot quicker than you think. So that's what she said.
Very nice. So one game I'm looking forward to is the Hogwarts open world game that's supposed to come out this year. I think it's supposed to come out holiday season.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that. We're both huge Hogwarts, Harry Potter fans. Is that something you're going to be interested in playing? Because I know you don't really play the open world type of stuff.
Yeah, so I will be playing it. I did pick up. I picked up the new Pokemon also, and I played that quite a bit. I enjoyed it.
Arceus.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that game.
So I have that on the Switch, and Hogwarts is coming out on Switch also. So that's that
I won't play on Switch.
you won't? Okay. Yeah.
No.
So I don't know
I'm gonna
where
play it on PC or PlayStation, but I don't know. The Switch doesn't have like the graphics that the other systems do.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, if you want a fun game just to like screw off and not have to think, Pokemon Arceus is that's it. It's so much fun. Alpha just went and bought that actually. He's gonna start streaming that like after I go to bed when we get done with Apex and stuff. So that's gonna be pretty cool to see him. But he still plays Pokemon Go a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Other than that, there's no other games I'm really excited for that are coming out. Other Modern Warfare 2, I'll definitely check that out, and then Harry Potter. But and I didn't really watch anything else. But that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge looks identical to the arcade, and I might have to go buy that just for the fact that
Yeah.
nostalgia.
Yeah. Pulling at your heartstrings a little bit right
Yeah,
there.
I literally it's like the game. I'm like, this is literally like the '90s arcade that I played at every arcade.
Yeah. It looked really interesting.
I mean, other than that, we've had a lot of TV shows and movies come out. I started Obi-Wan. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm excited to see where this goes. I just read a report that literally the entire staff like basically broke in to like see Anakin and Vader just to see what he looked like because everyone wanted to see it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some of the fight scenes look kind of dumb. Like the latest episode where they like he's fighting the High Inquisitor lady.
Yeah.
Like okay, you guys
Oh,
could
he
get
was
like
using
better
the force.
stuff.
He was using the force, or
That was cool, but they actually were like lightsaber, and he would like you're not even close to that. Like, come on, dude.
yeah.
If you're gonna have I want like a lightsaber battle, like legit one, not this like roar. You could tell like yeah. I don't know.
I think we will get it towards the end. I think we got a little bit of a taste of it in the second episode when Obi-Wan was fighting Darth Vader. So
because I mean, if you look back at A New Hope, he does say a line in it, like, so there has to be another fight that they're gonna have.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they kind of like alludes to it, like in there's a line. I don't remember the exact line, but it's like they basically sound like they fought again, and like that's what all the fans want. They have to give us that.
Yeah.
Like some battle is gonna go on between them.
Yep. So I'm pretty stoked about that. The what else have we watched? I'm
Lincoln Lawyer.
Lincoln
Did you
Lawyer.
finish that?
Lincoln. I finished that the same. I made Anna watch it even. Like when I was in Denver, I started watching it on the plane, and I'm like, because I downloaded 3 episodes on the plane, and if anybody's been flying lately, going in and out of Denver is a nightmare, and so I was delayed 2 hours on the tarmac. So I just watched. I ended up watching the 3 episodes on the airplane, and it was fantastic. I immediately when I got back to the hotel that night, I told Anna, I was like, "You need to watch this," because she gets pissed that I watch stuff without her because she goes to bed early. So I end up watching TV, all the things.
Yep.
And so I told her, yeah, watch it. It's fantastic. She watched it, and she's like, she's like, I watched I watched 4 episodes. So you're gonna have to watch that 4th episode, and then we watched them all right when I got back.
Yeah, I mean so Jake told me about it. I liked the movie with Matthew McConaughey. I really enjoyed that, and then I binged the entire thing in one sitting. Like I could not stop watching it. It was that good. The twists and turns. Like usually I'm pretty decent at figuring it out. Not a clue.
Had no idea.
Not a clue.
No.
Yeah, that ending. If someone said they predicted that, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Normally I am very good at predicting those things, and I ruin things for myself all the time just because directors and they add these little nuances into things, and I see them and I'm like, fuck, you just said who it was right there without saying it. And I hate that. In this case, there was not any of that. they did have like the like on most TV shows where they have, it's not just a one linear story. There are multiple
Yeah.
stories within, and so there's a side story in every episode also, which I absolutely loved, especially on the first one where they introduced basically his driver, and because she was a woman in need and she was homeless and just needed a job basically to help out, and she became a driver. But yeah, it was fantastic.
Absolutely. Like that's the Netflix shows I hope they keep, because Netflix is famous for ending shows early.
Yeah,
And it irritates me because I'm trying, I'm investing this time into it, and then sometimes I don't get to it right away, or I got other stuff I got to watch, and then they cancel. Like, so why even waste my time if I know it's only gonna be one season or two seasons?
yeah,
So I
exactly.
hope they learn their lesson. They start actually putting out good content,
So
like Lincoln Lawyer.
that's what they are focusing on right now. Is they are, rather than quantity, they are switching everything over to quality, basically providing that quality content that people are kind of expecting at this point. And that's why they got rid of a lot of their they got rid of all the animation. All the animation, they just shut down that portion of it, so they're just no longer doing any of it. So they
Wasn't
can't.
that two of their favorite biggest shows though? Like F is for Family with Bill Burr was huge, and then the Nick Kroll one about puberty.
Yeah,
I thought those were gigantic on
they were
Netflix.
huge, but they were cost sucks, and they
Yeah.
I mean they just got rid of them. So they just got, it wasn't in house though. I think a lot of that stuff was produced outside, so that's why it was costing so much more money.
Oh, so they're basically paying them to make the show. Okay, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
so a lot of this stuff they're going to be producing things in house a little bit more. Like the big things that are making money for them right now is Adam Sandler and Ryan Reynolds. Those
Hmm.
two are doing amazing on those platforms, and they paid them
And Chris
lots.
Hemsworth, he's done two of them.
Yeah, and they
I'm
also.
halfway through Spiderhead. I'm weirded out, dude. I'm weirded out.
Oh, do you haven't watched it fully yet?
No, no.
Oh my goodness,
I'm at the part where they give the girl the one
spoiler.
drug by her. Yeah. I'm not gonna go into it, but she's in their room by herself and she gets that one that like makes her freak out. That's where I'm
Oh,
like, okay, what the hell's going on here? And
yep.
like I need to go to bed. Like I can't, because
Yeah.
there's an hour left. So I'm like,
No, yeah, we watched that. We watched that last week, or this last Friday, and it was not a role that you would expect Chris Hemsworth to be in, which is good. I mean, he needs to get
yeah.
outside of that role. But yeah, he has another movie. What was that other one that he was in, where he was much more, it was a military movie, and it looked like he
Oh,
died at the end, but evidently he's not, because they're making a second one. Um,
yeah. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, that was a good one. They have I'm waiting some other ones to come. Like The Order was really good. I think the Umbrella Academy's coming back. I'm interested to see how they do Elliot Page's character, because I mean the actor transitioned over. I mean, she was a woman, now she's a man. What they're going to do with that actual character, and what they're is it just going to be brand new, or how they're going to spin it to basically going from the girl to the man in the
yeah.
show.
So
But I mean,
I feel like,
if the Umbrella Academy is all weird anyway, so I figured it's going to be
yeah,
pretty easy
I
to do
think it'll
that.
be pretty. It's not a huge step. I don't feel,
Right.
especially in that realm. I mean, they have a 95-year-old that's 17. So it's like,
He's like
it is what it
13.
is.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fine. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I want more like the shows to come back. I mean, Netflix, they do have some solid shows. I mean, they've canceled some of the ones like Altered Carbine was awesome with the first season. But, I'm excited for the next Witcher as well. Which,
Mackie ruined that.
oh dude, it was, I don't know if it was,
The
I think just the
storyline
whole
was horrible.
story. Yeah.
The storyline was ruined. They switched it all up. Like if they would have stayed in the same place, they would have done a lot of the, because that's what I wanted. Like this, I like the cyberpunk. You know,
Yeah.
the that grungy neon type of stuff.
Futuristic Blade Runner
Yeah,
world.
I love that stuff, but they completely changed it. I didn't like the story. It was hard to. It wasn't hard to follow, but it was just the storyline sucked. So
Oh, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Which is, yeah. I mean, the first season out of the park. Like, what are you guys doing here? Also, we got some Disney shows that were out. Like, he was great in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Absolutely loved that. Loved Loki. You
yeah,
know, Doctor Strange, amazing. But I'm having trouble getting into Miss Marvel. I've watched the first episode twice, and I cannot focus on it because it just seems too kiddie to me. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's the first episode. Obviously, it's going to get better. I know the backstory. I watched the shit show that was the Inhumans that was on ABC. She is an Inhuman from the moon. That's what the humans are from. We got to see Black Bolt. Spoiler. In Doctor Strange, that's where he's from. How are you getting into it? Have you watched it? Are you getting into Miss Marvel?
so literally last night I watched the 2 episodes that are out. Yes, first episode was not great, but it was setting up a story, and I do think that we're getting in the second episode, the storyline starts unfolding a little bit more on what's happening. There is no real evil on this end that I'm seeing right now, or there's no heel right now.
When does this take place in the MCU?
This is after the blip, after everybody's come back,
and after Thanos is defeated, correct?
Yeah. After everybody's come back, and he's defeated, because she is she loves the superheroes. She loves Captain Marvel. She loves all of those guys, and that comes into play a little bit more in the second episode. So I really recommend just sitting down and watching it. It's like 42 minutes or something like that, the second episode. So it's not a whole lot, but there is a lot more action, and she gets her powers and stuff in that, and things start unfolding a little bit more.
I am pumped that they brought over the Defender series, and we're gonna see some more of those, because I think the Punisher and Daredevil deserved more seasons. Wasn't a big fan of Jessica Jones or Luke Cage. I thought Iron Fist found its footing in the second season and was started to head it in the right place. The first season was just terrible, but he was filming that and the Defenders at the same time, and they literally said in the interview they fight choreographed the scenes about 10-15 minutes before they shot them, and it showed.
Yeah, I did not watch any of the Iron Fist stuff. Didn't watch any of the last season of Luke Cage or what's her face?
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones, yeah.
I've only watched the first season of both of them, and like the storyline would, I don't know. I'm gonna go back and do it just because if they're gonna bring all the shows back, I want to be caught up. But I mean, Daredevil was like, when that first came out, I was like, whoa, this is what a superhero show can be. This is absolutely
amazing. And the thing, what I loved about Daredevil is that he wasn't necessarily he's a superhero, but he's not. He's much more like, I would compare him much more to Batman than I would
right. Have you ever seen the how they got their names? Like, so Daredevil uses Sonic like bats. He's blind like a bat.
Yeah.
Batman jumps off buildings like a daredevil.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Yeah.
They should have opposite names.
Yeah. So there's a fight scene in a hallway where and it goes basically room to room, and he's just moving forward and he's getting gassed, and it just like it's you can see that it's a real guy. It is a
Right.
normal person doing this. He just has heightened ability or sense.
Yeah, you
And
never
it's
see Batman get tired. Like, dude, how many dudes are you fighting? You're tired.
you do see it. Like it depends on the movie.
Well,
The
I mean, the
newest
latest one, he
the
literally had
newest
to take a
Batman.
shot of adrenaline to like get going.
Yeah. So, and I think I
Yeah.
that's another thing is I absolutely loved this Batman.
Oh,
This new Batman.
so I had to watch it a second time. Like the first time, I'm like, okay, but then like the second time, I appreciate it for what it was. It's like a crime noir style thing, and like because we always try to focus on like the superhero, but yeah, he crushed it in this type of thing. Not Bane, the Riddler, fantastic. You
Yeah.
paid me $1,000 to guess who Penguin was. No way I'm guessing Colin Farrell in my entire life.
No.
He actually
Absolutely
went
no.
to like a coffee shop about that, and people like were disgusted by him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I had high hopes for Robert Pattinson after seeing him in Tenet, and there's another movie as well because I think everyone just has this Twilight thing of him, but absolutely killed it. I mean, he refused to get bulky. He's like, I'm not going to put on a bunch of muscle and stuff for this. So that's what I love too. Is like, okay, every single Batman's this huge Hulk,
Yeah.
but he was cut, he was fit, but he wasn't like overly like muscular, kind of like Michael Keaton.
Yep. Who also is coming back as Batman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With Tim Burton?
Not Tim Burton. I don't know who it is, but he is coming back as Batman. That is
Doing the
happening.
Batman multiverse now?
Yeah. So
DC
basically,
did the
I don't think.
multiverse?
Well, but if you think about it, look at Joker too. Look at the success of Joker. That's not. That's
But yeah,
completely.
there's been different Jokers, but yeah, the Joker was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think myself included, when Heath Ledger was originally cast, I'm like, this is gonna be trash. Dude killed it.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix, weird ass dude, but he absolutely killed it.
And I think DC is finding their steps and what they need to do. They don't. I think they're to the point where they don't need to build this huge multiverse or this huge universe of things. They can just put out solid movies that are that don't necessarily tie into each other. Like the new Joker.
I love the TV shows on the CW, like The Flash, Arrow, even going back to Smallville, and now they have Lois and Clark, Black Lightning. The only one I didn't was it Legends of Tomorrow. Those were all fantastic. The first season of Batwoman or Batgirl, whichever one it was, with Ruby Rose was absolutely terrible because I don't think she can act. But they recasted her in the second one. I haven't watched it yet, but I mean, their TV shows have been fantastic. I don't know why their movies have been like that. I know a lot of people hate on their movies, but
Yeah.
they're a lot of stinkers. So I'm hoping with this Batman, okay, here's the tone going forward. Okay, we got this. Let's build on this.
Yeah.
We got Aquaman 2 coming up soon. Jason Momoa. I thought the first one was great.
Minus Amber Heard. She got cut from all of it,
Well,
evidently.
I think they're making it more of a buddy comedy. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Yeah, so I think that's the direction they're going is the Aquaman buddy comedy. That's why they're replacing her because that's what I saw in the lawsuit was that's why she's getting replaced because they're going in that direction instead of whatever her character was.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. I did like the original one. I like it blows my mind that Ezra Miller is still the Flash. Like they fired Johnny Depp over this in the Fantastic Beasts, but they kept him. And the shit that's coming out about him, like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
It's already filmed. Everything's filmed. It's
Right.
done. So
Right.
and the movie's not coming. The movie's not out yet.
Yeah, but there was allegations like about the same time of his behavior as well.
Yeah, And so,
but now it's all come to life. But
there is I think there is a difference in their eyes right now, is that there is between just simple assault, which that's what it seems to be, and harassment, which, I mean, that is what it is. It's happened multiple times. But then the sexual assault and
that's what's
battery.
coming out about him. Like, he's feeding these young girls drugs and shit.
Oh yeah, I guess that's
Yeah, but I
the new
mean,
thing.
Johnny was guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, they like, oh, she said this, and it must be true. You're gone. But
yeah.
I know, you know, he was there for Robert Downey back in the day when he went to prison and did all his drug shit. So he's talked to him about trying to get him to come play the villain in the next Sherlock,
Oh really?
which I think would be fantastic. I mean, that guy
Yeah,
can play anything. Let's
yeah,
be honest. But I think in that role, he could take it to another degree, especially playing off like his best friend. It'd be amazing.
yeah. Absolutely.
And then we got She-Hulk coming up. Are you excited for She-Hulk at all?
No, absolutely not. I have zero interest in it, but I'll watch it anyways. I think it's the things that are coming out about it is that the CGI is just garbage. Everything is garbage about it. And so I think they're going to consider it a throwaway. They're going to release it because it's all filmed, but I think it's at a loss at this point.
It's like the original Sonic with the ugly Sonic. They literally they released that trailer and everyone hated it, so they had to reanimate the entire thing.
Yep. So,
which is disappointing. But Thor: Love and Thunder looks absolutely fantastic, and it's sad he's like the only Avenger left.
It is coming in at, I think like an hour and a half, which is one of the shortest Marvel
Well, it was
movies.
originally an hour and 55 minutes, and I think they changed it.
Yeah, so that is concerning to me, because normally it's very.
It says 2 hours.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I think it was originally an hour and 55 minutes, and then people were complaining that was way too long, and then there was other reports, but I honestly don't mind it. Yeah, this right here, 1 hour 59 minutes.
Oh, well, perfect. Okay, then that is not one that I understood, because I thought it was going to be super short, and that kind of concerned me, just for the mere fact that.
Yeah, I saw someone on TikTok or something. They were talking about it was an hour and 55, and then they were complaining, and then they showed something that was an hour and 15 minutes. Like, it blows my mind that people get like so upset at like 2-3 hour long movies, but they have no problem watching 8 series 45 minute episodes the entire thing.
Yeah.
Like, what? It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yep. I don't care. The Batman movie, when it came out, was close to 3 hours long.
Yeah. Yep.
It did not feel that way. They kept me interested the whole movie. Yes, there was some lulls, but it was still really good.
So I went opening night because they had like this fan thing, so there wasn't even any previews. So I literally got there and it started right on time. And I went at night. Usually I'm in bed because I'm old. I go to sleep early, and I was like, oh my god! Like, I got out of there like 9:30. I'm like, phew. But it was when it came on HBO Max, I rewatched it. I'm like, oh dude, this was great, fantastic.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I mean, I've been on this huge anime kick lately, like nonstop anime. Like Alpha and these other guys that I game with are all into anime. So okay, I've watched some here and there. So they've gave me some recommendations, and I've probably binged 10 animes, like long ones too.
Jeez.
Yeah, you need to get in on it. Buddy.
No, I don't need
Why?
that. My brother.
What is your?
My brother
watches the story is great. The fight scenes are outstanding.
I don't know. It doesn't interest me. It just does not. I'm
gonna find you one, and I'm gonna have you watch it. I'm gonna find a short one. I think Alpha's telling me one. It's basically like Game of Thrones, because I was watching one and everyone kept dying. And he's like, dude, do you think that's bad? This one, literally, the characters die all the time. So I'm gonna find the name of it, and you're gonna watch it.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about it, or you'll try to watch it at least. But it's gotta. I mean, it's weird because every girl has they feed into like big boobs and bouncing. Like it's weird, but you just have to get past that and accept it for what the artwork is. So that's what the style is,
Yeah.
and then you can appreciate it. Because like the first time I was like, what the why does all like all everything's so sexualized? But that's just how they do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's solid episode of getting back into things. A lot covered. Anything else you want to discuss or?
Not right now. In I think in the future, yeah, I think we'll have a little bit more of a hammered out schedule, which will be
Yeah.
good. So we'll try to get one out every 2 weeks. We're not going to go for a specific amount of time. I think we're just going to talk about the things that we want to talk about. I don't know if we're going to bring back in sports or not, but that'll be interesting.
Look at,
Yeah,
trying to find some other streamers or something to kind of talk about stuff with them as well.
yep.
You know,
So I think
you know,
everything's gonna move. Everything will be move forward a little bit smoother now. So now that my life is
absolutely.
less hectic. So
Yes. Things are calming down. Real world kind of. COVID hit, and then I moved to Texas. He moved, and other real life stuff kind of got in the way. But we're kind of back. We're in a good place now. So this is good. So moving forward, we'll try to, like I said, do every 2 weeks. If you're interested in watching this game, he's DMI Patriot on Facebook, INF Rebel on Facebook, um, TikTok, YouTube as well. We post clips and other things like that. If you're interested in other content that we have, um, that's pretty much it.
and now Mediocre Gamers TikTok also. So
Oh yeah, so we
so
do that big time. So this is, I don't know where you're listening. We have a YouTube page if you're on Spotify, but we're going to post some clips and other dumb things that we do on the TikTok for our podcast. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for the long wait, and we'll have more in the future.
yeah, and I think one thing. I mean, I haven't really discussed this at all, but maybe we should do some team up streams and stuff on the Mediocre Gamers YouTube page and start live streaming there a little bit for.
Oh yeah,
So that's an option we can do also. So
sounds good.
yep. Well, it was great getting back into it. So
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
peace out.